Hey everybody, it's Skylar and you're watching my personal channel, Pink Manta Ray. So I just wanted to do an update video to tell you guys what's going on in my life because a lot of things are about to happen, a lot of things are happening, a lot of things have happened. So anyways, the main thing I want to talk about is swim team. So I made a couple videos about this. I think in almost every one of my videos I make some mention towards it. But I said at some point that I was going to swim on the women's team because I have a woman's body, even though I don't have breasts. There are plenty of flat-chested women who swim, blah, blah, blah. That was my decision at that point. So then I got top surgery and my body has changed, obviously. It's flat, blah, blah, blah. But it's changing the way I think about it, the way I feel about it, etc. There was a point when I said I was iffy about testosterone and I wasn't sure if I wanted to take it, whatever. But as I progressed in my transition and also just grown into my body and, learned more about it, I've realized that I kind of do want to take testosterone. I'm not happy with how my body is shaped and I still get dysphoric about it. I still get dysphoric without how feminine it looks when I take my clothes off. And I think one of the things I've always wanted to be is just comfortable with my body, like sitting in a room by myself, and I'm still not comfortable. I'm still hiding things. I still hide things from myself. So testosterone is something that I have reopened, and in the whole swim team thing, because I was also considering the men's team, it was also reopened in my mind as a possibility, because if I do the men's team, then I can take testosterone. So ultimately my decision has been made. I've started telling people, I've started talking to the coaches, I've started doing all the paperwork that I need to do to swim on the men's team. So that's my final decision. If anyone was just coming here to make sure to understand that, great, I'm on the men's team, that's my plan. So with that comes a lot of paperwork, a lot of things I have to do, and a lot of people are asking questions about suits, about locker rooms, about, all that stuff. So, first thing I want to address is the first thing I have to do is change my gender marker. So, before when I was going to swim on the women's team, I didn't have to do that because I had to swim with an F on my gender marker to be on the women's team. But now that I'm on the men's team, I need an M on my gender marker. So the first thing I'm doing is filing for my gender marker to change legally with the US government and where my driver's license is from. Those are the two things I need to start with. The thing next I have to do is to file for a gender marker change with my college that I'm going to. And the last thing I have to do is file for my college to file with the NCAA a medical exemption form for me to be able to take testosterone and compete collegiately. Because testosterone is technically a banned substance, but because I have a medical exemption, gender dysphoria, sexual disorder, I think is the other one, sexual development disorder, or gender identity disorder, so GID, or SDD, SDD. Either of those, then you can get medically exempted to take anabolics or peptide hormones, which is basically what testosterone is. So I have to file for that first before I can compete while on testosterone. That being said, I've already started my the paperwork or the process of trying to get testosterone. I'm in Boston, so I went down to a place called Fenway Health. Any of you guys who are in Boston probably have heard of it. It's an LGBT health center. So I went there, I set up an appointment. I have an appointment on May 13th for my medical clearance, and then hopefully after that, they'll prescribe me testosterone. I do have to get cleared for hormones, and I can do that either by taking a hormone clearance appointment with Fenway, or I can get a therapist to sign a letter with a couple of guidelines saying that I'm, mentally stable, that I don't have any problems necessarily that are going to be a problem when you add testosterone to the mix, etc. Basically making sure I'm mentally stable and mentally okay to take testosterone. So all of that is happening. Everything's happening this month. It's really crazy. There's a lot of paperwork to do, but the thing is, I feel relieved and I feel really good about my decision, and I'm super excited for all the stuff that's to come. So I think that's how I know it's the right decision. The other thing that I have to do is start coming out to everybody now, because if I'm going to be a man swimmer in my college, then it's going to get out there. I don't think there are any other transgender swimmers that are out, one, and two, that are swimming with the gender they identify with, not the gender they were born with. Other thing I've been trying to figure out is if there are any of those in any sports, not just swimming, because I know there's none in swimming, but I don't know if there are any out athletes who are transgender who are competing in college with the gender they identify with. Because I know there's Kyle Lums, for example, and he competed as a woman, I think at GW in basketball, but he competed with his biological sex, not his gender identity. I can't find anybody who's actually competed with the gender identity they identify with, so nobody who's actually taken testosterone and competed. So it's possible I'll be one of the first to do that. So that would be kind of cool, and I hope that I'll be able to speak eloquently for the community. Anyways, that's what I wanted to update everybody on. Swim team, men's team, I'm going to start testosterone soon. Oh, the other thing that everybody keeps asking is what suit do I wear? So right now, I'm actually wearing a women's suit because I've been training with this team here in Boston, and before surgery I was training with them, and now I'm also training with them, and I just don't know how to handle, hi guys, like it just is a team that I don't like talk to, but it's a master's program, which means it's like for people who are 18 and up, and it basically goes to like 60 years old, etc. So I don't really talk to anybody there, so I don't feel like I have a place to like explain, so I've been wearing this suit, which is just a woman's suit. I mean, it makes me euphoric when I look in the mirror and I feel like I'm a dude in drag, which I guess essentially I am. But at the same time, it's simpler because then I don't have to show them this, because if I wear a men's suit, obviously I have to show them that. But in the summer, I think, especially after I start T, I will probably be wearing a men's suit, and definitely by the fall, I will be wearing a men's suit because when I'm on the men's team, I will be wearing a men's suit. So I don't know if that clears up everybody's questions, but I think that's what people were asking. Right now, women's suit, hopefully sooner than later, men's suit, and definitely by the fall, men's suit. I think those are all the questions that people wanted to know. If you have more questions, feel free to message me. I'll put in my links down below, or you can just comment on this video. I'm super open. So yeah, I hope this video was informational, and stay tuned because this is going to be quite a journey. All right, thanks guys. Peace out.